Hey, what's up everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video, and it's been a while since we've talked about Pokemon Sword and Shield on the Nintendo Switch in any type of positive light when it comes to it. It seems like anytime this game gets brought up, there's some negativity surrounding it, and you know what? There's a lot of stuff to be negative about when it comes to the game. We've had issues with the whole 18 gym things, with Game Informer and the mistranslation. There's been problems with the national dex. Obviously, we got stuff with the graphics, and you know what? I agree with a lot of that stuff when it comes down to it. The Pokemon Company, Game Freak can definitely make a better effort, but I do see this as the start of something that's going to get better and better and better, just like from Pokemon X and Y to Pokemon Sun and Moon when it comes down to it. So I'm going to go over some reasons why I'm still excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield. For those who don't know, I have a double pack coming in, and I'm thinking about getting that Pokemon Nintendo Switch Lite with the cool little like gradient design. That looks pretty good. I might get that too. So let's go ahead and get into my first reason why I'm still excited for the game, and that is it is a full Pokemon home console experience. It's like the real first one we've ever had when it comes to Game Freak. And yes, we did have Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but that wasn't the traditional experience when it comes to wild battles and when it comes to the normal game. And that was a remake of a game that we've essentially already played. Although it was new, there was different stuff, I get that, but it was back to Kanto, it was the original 150 and all of that. And while the game was fun, I had issues with the control docked, where it was actually better to play the game in portable mode because you had the non-motion controls, because I got kind of tired of the Pokeball and using the Joy-Con. It just wouldn't work for me in streaming and everything, so I just got kind of upset and mad with it when I tried to stream and play the game. But we'll be able to play this one normally with the Pro Controller, we'll be able to play it normally with the buttons and have the traditional experience that you expect on the portable consoles, but now you have that on the home console, right? You can dock it, you can play it on your TV, and you know what? It's cool. It's cool to finally have that, because the Pokemon Company has skirted around doing that. Well, not the Pokemon Company per se, but Game Freak has skirted around doing that for like 20 years or something like that. So it's pretty cool to have a Pokemon game on anything that's considered a home console. And we're not talking about the whole like transfer pack and playing it through there, or playing Super Game Boy or GBA Player. None of that. We're talking about actually made in HD and on a home console. Pretty cool stuff there, which kind of leads to my next reason why I'm excited for the game, and that is I can hook this up to my HD TV and easily stream and capture footage. This has been one of the things that have just drove me crazy about the Pokemon franchise. I've purchased a lot of the games on the Nintendo 3DS and on the DS, and even when I started making content here on YouTube, I had no way to actually capture footage. If you go back on my old channel, you can see some of my first footage, and I think maybe even on this channel, I'm not 100% sure, where I'm playing Pokemon X and Y, and I'm using like Brazen or something like that, and I'm capturing it with my camera pointed at it and playing such an awkward thing because I didn't even know how to capture 3DS footage. You have to go send your 3DS into somebody, they have to like tinker with it, then send it back to you. Totally not worth it when it comes to Nintendo 3DS. Maybe it was at the beginning if you kind of hopped on that train in like 2012 or 2013, 14, 15, but you know, I was way past that, and now I can finally just easily dock the Switch, put it there, plug it in, not have to worry about weird motion controls, and I can just capture footage and stream the game. And heck, even if it's not as good as some of the previous ones, at least I'm able to share my experience with you guys normally and not have to worry about anything as a content creator. So that's actually really cool, and one of the reasons why I'm excited for the game. Now, another reason why I'm excited is because the co-op in this game looks pretty fun. You can team up with your friends, you can go off and fight these huge Dynamax Pokemon, you can get some cool rewards and benefits. That's something that I've always kind of wanted to see in the Pokemon franchise. Like, hey, can we like not just have to battle against each other or like 2-on-2s, but can we have some type of single player story mode where we go through and play co-op or something? And while this isn't that, it's definitely something that's almost right there. It's like a 1A type of situation, because you have it to where you can team up with your friends, you can go off and battle these really strong Pokemon, you can get some cool rewards for doing it, and I'm pretty sure they're going to mix it up with different types of stuff and battles and seasons and things like that. So it adds another layer to the online play that makes this game kind of interesting over what we've gotten before, because this is something that is a new feature in the game, and it's something that I've kind of wanted to see in the Pokemon franchise for a while now, and they haven't really done it yet, and we're finally getting something that actually looks pretty good when it comes to co-op. And maybe this leads to more co-op stuff that you can do, maybe even some type of alternate co-op campaign in the future where you can go through a set of missions or a set of battles with somebody else. You can experience some story elements and things like that. I think this is the start of them potentially getting that rolling, especially if we have a good response and this co-op mode is well done. So that's another reason why I think this game is looking pretty cool. Now, another thing here, guys, is the wild area and the free roaming Pokemon. I didn't think they would do the free roaming Pokemon after we first saw the game. I thought, okay, it was just going to be the wild Pokemon battles, but it's actually a hybrid. It's like a combination of those. You can see Pokemon out there roaming around in the wild area. You can kind of go and still do like run around if you want to do the traditional way, adding in both options and also potentially helping people out maybe for like shiny hunting or trying to find that rare Pokemon or whatever the case is. That is cool that they're actually adding in both there, and that's something that people have wanted for quite some time, especially with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, those having just Pokemon out there in the open to where you can see it. Everyone's saying, oh man, we're getting a downgrade to this next one because we're not having that, but Game Freak did end up putting that in there, so that's cool for that. And the wild area, having that open-ended area, and yes, does not look as nice as it could. Obviously they can spruce up some things, hopefully they do before launch, but still having that over a fixed camera and having it be more restrictive like we've seen it in the past, that is an update, and that is something that's a good thing for the Pokemon franchise, a good thing for the Pokemon games, and I'm looking forward to having that extra freedom within the wild area to kind of roam around and fight Pokemon and uncover secrets and just kind of explore the world of Pokemon and the other stuff, because they really haven't shown us much. They've shown us a couple other areas like the sand area, there's like a mining area, they showed the open area at E3, but there really hasn't been a ton of other stuff, so it's going to be cool to see what they show us in other open-ended areas that kind of connect the different towns and the routes and what else they plan on doing, which could potentially tie in to the end game. What if there's another bigger open-ended kind of like safari zone area so you can kind of roam around and get rare Pokemon or get kind of unique Pokemon and battle and do end game stuff? That would be pretty cool too. I think that there's more to know about that, which kind of leads into the final reason why I'm actually still excited to play Pokemon Sword and Shield, and that is the mystery of the game. Like I kind of alluded to, we still have a lot more information to go. I know everyone's already kind of writing this one off because of the amount of Pokemon or because of what we've seen so far, but overall they really haven't shown us a ton of stuff. We still don't know how many Pokemon total are going to be in the game, which for me isn't as big of a deal because I'm looking to experience something new. I'm not looking to go online and try to be like a Pokemon master, you know, at day one or whatever the case is. I'm just looking to play and experience the new game, but we still need to know more about gym leaders. We still need to know more about the evolutions of the starter Pokemon. We still need to see more of the roster. We still need to see if there's going to be any more evolutions or new stuff they add in. How about some more moves and techniques? They've been layering in a little bit of different stuff when it comes to new moves, but not a lot. And I think that there's going to be a lot more new moves and tactics than we think. I don't think it's all going to just be the same thing there because they really haven't talked about that too much. And the end game stuff, I think that's probably what gets me the most excited about what Pokemon Sword and Shield could be. Like, what are they going to have in the end game for us? What are they going to add in order to put in that extra value? End games have been up and down when it comes to Pokemon, right? If you talk to one Pokemon fan, they'll say, oh, this game had a great end game. You'll talk to somebody else and say, oh, that one was horrible, but this one was the best. And I think that within Pokemon Sword and Shield, they have a lot of opportunity to bring in some new stuff. We saw it with the co-op a little bit, but to also bring in a new dynamic and element to the end game, which has always been one of my favorite things to do, like in Pokemon Black and White, Diamond and Pearl, kind of getting all the different cool stuff that you can collect there, the battle towers that you can go through, some of the online play options that are available to you, some of the items that you can get, the teams that you can build. I mean, there is a lot of opportunity, like I stated, in order for this to be really good and to make up for some of the deficiencies that Pokemon Sword and Shield has shown so far. I think that, yes, you're lacking the Pokemon there, but if you can have an amazing endgame that really challenges players out there and adds a lot of great value and content that we haven't seen before in a Pokemon game, I think that a lot of people are going to change their mind about what's going on with Pokemon Sword and Shield and what could be the future for the Pokemon franchise. But I do want to say, guys, when it comes to Pokemon Pokemon Sword and Shield, I've been playing the Pokemon games all the way back since the original, right? And I want to see the Pokemon Company do well. And there's definitely areas that everybody has talked about already like a million times that they can brush up on. But that doesn't mean I can't still be excited for this game. I don't think this is going to be like a huge Game of the Year contender or anything like that, because Pokemon games usually aren't, considering that they're kind of similar-ish to what they always do. They don't really take a ton of huge risks when it comes down to it, but they're always solid fundamentally. They always have good multiplayer. They always have a good base to where people can enjoy the game and have fun, and that's kind of where I see Pokemon Sword and Shield being in that range. I see it as the X and Y. Nice little start, you know, maybe not as good as it could have been, some issues here and there, but as they go along, they're going to get better and better, and I think that we're going to get better games going forward. But I'm just excited once again, just for like, I think like the first two reasons when it comes to full Pokemon home console game, and I can actually stream and capture footage normally, not have to do weird stuff. That to me excites me a lot as a content creator. So I guess I might be a little bit different than a lot of you guys watching this video here. But what are you guys excited for when it comes to Pokemon Sword and Shield? What do you guys want to see? And did you guys love that 24-hour presentation that they had, the live stream? No, that was horrible. But we had like the Galarian Ponyta or something like that, Rapidash, that's going to be in the game. That's pretty cool. I love that Pokemon. So what are you guys' thoughts when it comes to Pokemon Sword and Shield? What are you excited for in the game that's dropping this November? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let us know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.